Okay, so let's get into some of the things that I wanted to talk to you about and hear about was not so much the philosophical end of it, which is obviously super important and you can't skip it, but the practical things, the tactical things that an affiliate owner sort of listening now can implement in some degree pretty quickly. And so I've seen some of them over at CrossFit New England, just having been over there, but things, for example, like thank you notes.
Yep.
So maybe we can start there and we can kind of talk about the things that you found that work really well in terms of this is a thing that we do. This is a practical way that we show that we care about our community and how, and maybe how that's helped you grow the community at large.
Yeah, I think a key point that you said there is I don't know if these things work well or not, but they're things that show we care. And that's truly what we're kind of looking for, right? Is just show what level we care, because that's what people want to be a part of. If they feel important, if they feel cared for, that's what creates community, right? Community is all about trust and compassion. And I like this definition of PJ Fleck, who's the head coach of Western Michigan, who's turned the program around, football, turned the program around 3 years ago. They won 2 games. This year they went undefeated and they're going to the bowl game. It's an incredible story of this guy that one of his things is he wants to create a family-like atmosphere, but he has people coming in from all these different areas and like family.
Right.
Some are orphans, some have one mom, one dad. It was some no parents, some have white picket fence, and family means different to everybody. So he defines what family is, and family is forget about me, I love you. That's what it stands for. So he defines what love is, and love, because love means something to everybody different, is me sacrificing myself for you. I'm going to do something for you that benefits me, doesn't benefit me at all. So that's what we're trying to do, is this kind of baseline levels, create this fitness family in this community. And one of the ways that we can do that is by showing we care. And one of the ways we show we care is by simply writing thank you notes to our members. It's as simple as that. Is every week, every one of our coaches writes 1 or 2 thank you cards. Essentially, just saying like, thank you for being a part of my class. I really appreciate you. And no like, great job with the PR. No like other reason than I appreciate you.
Yeah, I acknowledge you.
I acknowledge you. I appreciate you. Make you feel important. Yeah. And they're handwritten and sent through the snail mail, the old school way, because text message is really fast but easy. Email is a little bit slower in terms of time of response and a little bit hard. The reason that handwritten note is appreciated more is because people know it took more time and effort, the 2 things that are non-renewable resources.
Right.
The other thing we do, which has nothing to do with our direct community, but it's the community at large, is when someone comes in to drop into CF&E, the coach of that class writes them a thank you note and sends it back to their home address. So it's sitting there waiting for them when they come home saying, thank you for being a part of my 8:30 class. Really had enjoyed you here for Fran. Hope you come back, and anytime you're in town, please stop in again. Really? So another level, show we care.
What kind of feedback have you received? Well, 2 questions. 1, how long have you been doing that? And then 2, what kind of feedback have you received from the members in terms of like how much they appreciate it? Do they sort of like, what has been the result of the thank you notes thus far?
Yeah, there's been no like overwhelming drastic change in anything, right? It's not like we went from 200 members to 400 members when we started doing that.
This isn't the secret pill.
It doesn't, there's no, right, exactly. This is not the secret pill. The thing we've gotten is people come in the next day after they receive it and say, well, like, wow, thank you very much. That was really nice. That's what we're looking for. That's all we want, right? That's the reason we did it, is to make them feel important. Some people come in and they're like, did you really write that? Or did you have somebody write that and you signed it? It's like, no, my handwriting is that bad. I wrote it. So no overwhelming, like tip the needle type thing. It's not about that. It's truly about, can we just make them feel more appreciated? And we do other things too. If someone has a loss in the family, or somebody he's experiencing some sort of adversity, we send them like one of those edible arrangements. Yep. Another type of thing just to show we care. That's the idea.
And I think that's the one of the important things sort of embedded in that is the idea that you're building things for the long term and not for the short term. Like there's no real short term benefit to your coaches or the affiliate for the time that they spend writing thank you notes, right? Like you said, it's nobody's walking in bringing 15 people with them because they got sent. But it's little things looked at on the sort of the bigger scale that I think are probably the things that end up tipping the balance in the long haul anyways.
Yeah, it's a great point. So in the short term, we might be looking at things like, can we do referral programs? Can we do bring a friend? Can we, give discounts to people for things that we're going to look to move the needle in the short term?
Yeah.
In general, there's an inverse relationship between short term and long term.
Yeah.
Right. In general, not always, and it's not 100% correlate, but in generality, if you have to have, you'll make sacrifices that you shouldn't be making if you have a short term focus.